Good afternoon, children. Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss about metal activity series. So let us write down the activity series first. At first we have potassium. This is the highest active metal. Then we have sodium, calcium, magnesium, zinc. No, before zinc we have aluminium. Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium. Now we have zinc, iron, lead. Zinc, then we have iron, then lead. Okay. Next we have hydrogen. So up to this we are writing here, this side. Next, after hydrogen we have copper, mercury, silver. After hydrogen we have copper, mercury, silver, gold, platinum. Okay, so this is the activity series. Now from this, as we know, potassium is the highest active metal, and then accordingly the activity will decrease. And here, as hydrogen also can show some properties of metals, mostly it will show properties of metals. That's why hydrogen also we have kept in this activity series. Okay, and after hydrogen we have these metals, copper, mercury. These are having less activity than hydrogen. Okay, so these metals are less active than hydrogen. Now what is the importance of this activity series? From this we can understand that the tendency to form a ion, a tendency to lose a metal. Suppose if we write in this manner, potassium will lose one electron to form a positive ion K plus. Now this tendency to lose one or more electron to form the ion in solution, that will decrease when we will go down the series in this manner. Okay, and if we go up in the series, then then this tendency will increase accordingly. That means the tendency to produce a tendency to lose a electron, one or more electron to form the ion, that will be more in sodium than aluminium. So if both are present in the solution, then sodium, the tendency of sodium to lose electron will be more. That means it will produce the ion, whereas aluminium will remain in metallic form only. So this is, from this we can compare the activity, we can compare the what can be the reaction in the solution. This can be we can say. Okay, and at the same time, not only this, their compounds also we can compare from this metal activity series. Now let us two activities are there. So let us and from this we can understand how this activity series will help us to get the reaction, to predict the reaction that we will going to see now. We have, if we this reaction already we have done. That is, if we dip a iron nail in copper sulfate solution, here only I'm not rubbing this, here only I'm writing the. So if we have iron plus copper sulfate, that means if we dip a iron nail in copper sulfate solution, then after some time we will get, this is blue in color, copper sulfate. The color of copper sulfate is blue. Now after some time what we will see, the color changes from blue to light green. That means iron will replace copper and it will take its place, and copper will be separated. Okay, the deposition of red copper we can observe. So this will be the reaction. See, in the metal activity series, iron is at higher position than copper. That means iron is more active than copper. That's why to produce the iron, the tendency to produce the iron will be more in iron than copper. That's why iron will replace copper. Here iron is in metallic form. It is in it's not it have not formed any iron, so it is in metallic form in zero state. So here, and copper is in metallic form, so iron will replace copper and it will take its place, and copper will be, now here copper is in metallic form in after the reaction in the product. Okay, so this is one reaction. Next, if we want to compare between copper and silver, if we and for that, in the same manner, we will take silver nitrate solution, AgNO3. Okay, silver nitrate, and in this silver nitrate is colorless, we know, no color is there, and in this we are going to dip a copper, a piece of copper, or a wire of copper we can dip. Any form of copper, metal copper, we will keep in this silver nitrate solution. Now after some time, what we are going to see, here you can see copper is at higher place than silver. That means copper is more active than silver, so it will replace silver from its compound, from its solution. Okay, and we are going to get copper nitrate plus deposition of silver. Okay, 2 will be 2. Okay, now this is colorless, no color is there, but copper nitrate is blue in color. So the color of the solution changes from colorless to blue. So this observation we can get from this reaction, and from this we can understand that copper is more active than silver. Now we are going to compare the metals in the activity series. The first three, that means potassium, sodium and calcium, these are most reactive. So they will, at ordinary temperature only, they will react with oxygen to form oxide. So at ordinary temperature, reacts with oxygen to produce oxide. Okay, potassium, sodium and calcium. Next, magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron. These four will react with oxygen. At for this we need to heat that. Okay, from oxide on heating, these four, magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron, they will form oxide on heating. But here aluminium can form oxide at ordinary temperature only. Next, lead, copper and silver. Lead, this we have written in this side. So lead, copper, lead and copper, mercury and lead, these three will form oxide on strong heating. Form oxide on strong heating. So these three also on strong heating, they will form oxide. They will react with oxygen. Now from this also we can understand that these three, potassium, sodium and calcium, these are very much reactive. That's why at ordinary temperature only they can react with oxygen to produce oxide. Whereas magnesium, zinc, iron, aluminium as well, they are less reactive than potassium, sodium and calcium. That's why we need to heat it, then only we will get the oxide of this. Okay, whereas lead, copper and mercury, these are even less reactive. That's why we need to heat it strongly, then only we can get the oxide. Whereas for silver, silver, gold, platinum, they cannot react with oxide, they cannot form oxide even on strong heating. So from their oxide we cannot get in this manner. So this is the activity, this is the comparative study of oxides formed by these metals. Now we are going to see the next, with water, their reaction we are going to study now. Potassium, sodium, they react vigorously with cold water to produce hydroxide along with hydrogen. Whereas calcium react moderately with cold water. That means potassium, sodium and calcium, as these two are mostly, these are very much reactive. That's why the reaction will be vigorous for these two. Whereas calcium also can react with cold water to produce hydroxide along with water. To here we are going to get hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen gas. Whereas magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron, they react with, magnesium react with hot water, whereas others react, that means aluminium, zinc, iron and aluminium, zinc and iron, these three. Achha, here magnesium with hot water, okay, with hot water it will react to produce, with hot water it will produce the oxide along with hydrogen gas. Whereas for aluminium, zinc and iron, these three with steam, it will, this three will react to produce along with hydrogen gas. Okay, now in next, for lead, copper and these three, lead, copper and mercury, they will not react with hot water or steam. So for these three, no reaction will be there, no reaction with hot water. And for this also no reaction. With hot water or with steam. Okay, now from this what we can understand, these three, potassium, sodium and calcium, these are very much reactive. That's why they will react vigorously or moderately, they will react to with cold water only. With cold water they will react to produce hydrogen. And magnesium with hot water, it can react with hot water to produce hydrogen. Whereas aluminium, zinc and iron, for as these three are less reactive than these four, that's why with steam only they can react and they will produce hydrogen gas. Whereas lead, copper, mercury, these are very much less reactive. That's why with hot water also they cannot react, so no reaction will be there. Next, silver, gold and platinum, these are even less reactive. That's why for this we cannot get any such reaction with hot water or with steam. So today up to this only, next day few more reactions we will compare for this activity series. So stay up to that. You just keep on studying. Be safe. Take care.